Well, good morning, YouTube world. My name's Larry, and this is the Ramblings of Larry. I'm on my 2009 Ultra Classic. 2009 Ultra Classic. I'm in Tifton, Georgia today. I just got the bike serviced at Crossroads Chopper. I brought it up here last week to get serviced. And so it's been up here since last week being serviced. Oh shoot, I'm going to tell you there. I had a meeting up here today at one of the churches, so a friend drove me up here, did the meeting, just come and picked up my bike and headed home back to Lake Park, Georgia. So this may be a little bit of a long thing. I got 60 miles to travel. Getting ready to get on I-75. Oh, I picked up a trailer. I'm not towing it right now, but I picked up a trailer. One of the things wrong with the bike, it developed an oil leak. And so they took the primary cover off, and while they had it off, I had them check everything, go ahead and change. It had 30,000 miles, and I'll go ahead and change the little cam tensioners. And I want to tow a trailer. Watch Two Wheels. I think it's Two Wheel Life or something like that. The husband and wife that travel around. I should go to a Harley Davidson dealer, but I'm not. Cruise control on. Okay. But so I sat there and said, hey, put in a tougher clutch spring for me. Boy, let me tell you what, that thing's a stiff clutch now. Okay, it's been a little bit since I've ridden. I think the last motovlog I did, but it's been a little bit since I've been on the highway too, and we're going to take it a little easy today. Oh, it's been busy. For those who do follow my channel, I'll try to post a picture at the end or something. My best buddy had a 3.5-year-old, almost 4-year-old in June. He'd have been 4. Black Lab, Mr. Vincent. A lot of times you'll see at the end of a video or at the beginning of a video, I got a little trailer from Vincent Productions. Man, he got sick last Wednesday. He got sick. He started having seizures at the beginning of the year, about a year ago. And we had him on this epileptic medicine. And let me go ahead and lock that in. So I had the epileptic medicine, and so I got him there, and I got him. He got sick on Wednesday. He was out playing ball with some of the children at the church. And those who know me, he went to church with me. He rode around with me in my truck all the time. So everybody knew me with the dog. Everybody in town did. And so this is my memory. I guess this is my tribute to Mr. Vincent, my buddy. I really do miss him already. But he was my best friend there. And we went to church with me every day except Sunday. And so I went there since COVID started, and we've cut a lot of staff out. So a lot of times I was there by myself. We got used to coming to church. We rode around. We did visits together. People that like dogs. We got some elderly ladies that that had dogs, but now they're too old or something, so I would take them over there and he'd get to go visiting. And he just loved people, kind of like I do. Just kind of loved people. And so on that deal is oh shoot, on that deal is he got sick. He was out playing ball, and all of a sudden he just threw up. And I didn't think much about it. That might be happening to dogs. He ate a lot of junk food along with the preacher there. And so he come in. I got a couch in my office. He lay down on the couch. I took him home. Well, he had gotten sick. Come on, car. I had to go somewhere else, and he was home alone. He got sick a couple extra times, but he was still in a good mood when I got home. I cleaned it up with a tile floor, so that was easy. But all night he progressed with a little bit worse. He had nothing else to throw up. It was just kind of those dry heaves or that. And come about 5 o'clock in the morning, he just wasn't doing well. He kind of kept trying to hit his azalea bush. He kept trying to bury himself in the azalea bush. And I just knew something was wrong. And he just kind of moaned and groaned. He couldn't get comfortable. He just kind of walk around. He just couldn't get comfortable. He wanted to just go lay outside. Now, this dog has his own bed. I kid you not. His dog has its own bed. I got a spare bedroom, and a lot of times him and me slept together. We'd get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. My wife's a super light sleeper, so I'd take him out. We'd have a little snack, and then we'd go hop in the spare bed together. And I mean, so he was my little buddy. So I took him to the vet on Thursday morning. I rushed him to the vet Thursday. I mean, he went under his own power, but I just knew something was wrong, and I think he knew something was wrong too. And so they called me up and said they did all the blood work. They couldn't find nothing other than he was real lethargic. And I said, well, okay. So they called and they did that, and they wanted to keep him overnight. He had never spent the night away from us. I mean, I had gone a couple times away, but my daughter was always there. So it was the first night away, and I was really worried about him. So on Friday, same thing. They says he's a little better, but not much. There was something wrong with him. They couldn't figure it out. His blood work was doing good. They did give him a little bit of an antibiotic just in case. His white blood cell count was up, but they couldn't find nothing wrong with him, other than he just wouldn't hardly go out and wouldn't eat. And so they said, wanted to keep him over the weekend. I said, no, I'll come get him Saturday morning. I'll let him stay Friday night, but then because not hardly anybody's at the vet on the weekend, so I will come and get him, and I'll bring him back Monday if he's not better. I called the doctor up Saturday morning, said I'll be there in about an hour. They said, well, you'll get him together, get him cleaned up, and they said, yeah, he wasn't moving real well that day, like he'd gone a little bit worse. I said, that's okay. He's going to come home and stay with me and my family. And the doctor called back about 45 minutes later and said he went into cardiac arrest and passed away. So I'd rather gather everybody was still sleeping in my house. I had to gather them all up and take them to the vet and say their goodbyes. And so I'm missing my little buddy. I know it's probably a sad thing, but you know, God given, God taken away. He was born on June 28, 2017, went home on March 6th, 2021. That dog lived the spoiled life. And those are the dog people. My dog lived better than most people's children. Like I said, we moved to this house, lived on the pond, he'd go swimming. We had a spare bedroom, and he kind of adopted that bed. So if somebody come over, I had to have a whole different set of comforters and sheets and everything else. So I got to change it out so that people could live. I mean, you know, sometimes a kid come and visit us. We'd have some friends with teenage children. If they come, the dog would sleep with them, and they loved it. They just loved it. If not, he would get in the bed with me and my wife, and he'd lay between us. He'd lay up against me, you know, and be like annoyed at the wife that she was even in bed with us. So yeah, I'll try to put pictures at the end. I do a lot of this editing on my iPad, and so I don't know how to add things a lot really with it. But it's super easy to edit, to cut and paste, and you know, some things I know how to do well. So now this is going to be a boring trip. I'm probably going to cut the video a couple times. I'm driving straight down I-75, which I'm surprised I don't see more bikers. I might cut off on 41 here shortly. The 41, US 41 is the old I-75, if you will, before we had interstate. It has a couple more turns there, but this ain't bad. This was just a straight shot. So that's my sad news for now. Those of you who have dogs that treated them like children, you know the heartache that goes along with it. My daughter, it was actually her dog, was devastated. when we moved from Arapahoe to Lake Park, she had a cat for 15 years. Right before we moved, he got real sick. We had to do the vet and put him down. So then this one, I mean, the vet's good people. Northside Animal Hospital in Valdosta, they're just great people. And I know Dr. Graham, and they got a new female doctor, and I can't remember her name, but she was awesome. She was the one actually in charge of the Vincent while we were there, and boy, she'd call me up on the phone 2 or 3 times a day, and she knew I was worried about the guy, my big guy there. So that starts my riding season. I didn't do a whole lot of riding a lot of times because I was always worried about my dog. And so the wife was like, "Are we getting another dog?" And I said, "No." You know what? No. I limited a lot of things I did for the dog, and you know what? The dog didn't like the motorcycle because he knew he couldn't come with me on the motorcycle. So that deal is I said no. I'm kind of done with animals for a while. We rent, or we're in a church house. Currently the church pays us a little bit of extra to rent a house, and we may have to move. I think the landlord's going to want to sell. I'm not sure if I want to buy or not. So on that deal, I don't know. There's just a lot going on in life. I've been watching a lot of videos, and I'll comment on those later. I will comment on some of the other videos later. But for now, we're on I-75. It is March 9th at 12:50, headed from Tifton, Georgia, through Valdosta into Lake Park at exit 5. Oh, I was going to say is I'm surprised because Bike Week's going on. This is usually the track motorcycles would be on going to Bike Week. If you're going to Bike Week, drop a thing in the comments. If you're down by exit 5 and you got time, maybe I'll take you to lunch. Sometimes I go sit at the gas station at exit 2, and I'll fill you. I give them $20 gas. I'll fill you up with gas. Your bike, not your car, for the bikers. Gas and lunch for those people who are traveling across country. So I'd probably let you stay at my house. I'm not sure my wife would. A bunch of strangers in the house. I'm all right with that, but I'm not sure how she would be. All right, everybody. Be blessed today. Beautiful day out. I'm going to turn it off and probably turn it right back on.